If somebody has a gun in my house and I have a gun, yes, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
There's no way, because I'm here to protect myself. Because
Right.
first of all, if I'm gonna shoot you, I'm not gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna try to shoot where I know you're gonna be hurt.
Right.
If I cannot kill you, that's good, so the police can come and finish their business. But if I could, yes, I'm gonna try to shoot you because you're here to attack me. You came to bother me. So you're here in my home uninvited. Hey guys, welcome to the African Millennials. This is season 2. We have new cast members, new personality, and I would let you guys take the floor and introduce yourself, your age, where you're from, and what you're looking for the season. Ladies?
Hi, my name's JoJo.
Hey JoJo.
Well, I'm excited about this season. I'm a nurse outside of this, and I model. And I mean, I'm just excited to, get to know everyone. So.
Hey, welcome.
Okay.
My name is Samantina.
Hey girl.
Hi. I'm Haitian. Yes. I'm an actress and also a model. And I am excited to discuss different topics because I feel like African Millennials is our voice as millennials. Right. So I am very excited for us to discuss different things.
Hey, welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
What kind of vibe?
I don't know. I'm going for the Grace Jones vibe right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Hi, my name is JARELLE Africa. I'm 25 years old and originally from Johannesburg, South Africa. Yeah, I'm so excited to be a part of the season 2 of the African Millennials. So excited to hear your opinions and your voices on all these different global matters.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're like the first South African person.
Yeah.
Wow, excited.
Welcome.
Yeah, awesome.
Represent.
Okay, guys. I'm Regis. I come from. I mean, I'm multicultural actually because I was born in Russia. And, yes, and
Do you speak Russian?
I mean, not really though, but
Black Russian.
yeah, okay. And then I was my dad is from Republic of Benin, and my mom she's from Madagascar. And I've been living.
Wait, you have to say this slowly, honey. You can't just talk through this. Wow, your mom's from what's she from?
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Nice.
And then I, spent like 15 years in Cuba. So
Wow.
yeah, to say.
So you speak Spanish?
Definitely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what do you guys speak in Madagascar?
It's like French and Malagasy.
Wow.
No Portuguese?
No, because Madagascar has been colonized by French people. So.
Got it.
So
Yeah. And then I'm 25. I'm about to turn 26 in June. I'm
What's your
still
birthday?
June 13th.
Oh, okay, mine is
Gemini.
20th. Yeah, me too.
I'm the 14th.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh really? There you go. There you go.
Gemini?
Yes.
Oh okay. So
Great
you-
job.
Can I introduce myself?
Yes.
now?
My man.
Yeah, let me reintroduce myself. All right, you already know Milan. I'm from Ghana. I'm in school for nursing, whether you believe it or not. You know that? Yeah, you can go. Go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, my name is Jesse. I'm 21, I'm about to be 22 in June. I'm June 14th. Just like her, I'm Haitian, so Sagafet. And I model, I act, I host, I like to work out a lot. So
Awesome.
just trying to know I'm in the gym.
Good for you.
So I'm here to bring the energy, talk my stuff. Keep it simple. Talk my stuff. Y'all gonna hear it from me all season. I'm just letting y'all know now.
Okay. He's ready.
Now.
All right.
Well, you better have your bulletproof because
Keep with that same energy.
Oh
I'm
my
good.
God.
I'm good.
Don't say
I'm
Okay,
good.
okay. You just arrived now. Just
Just
relax.
relax.
Just
That's what I'm
relax.
saying,
Just arrived.
same thing.
I'm chilling.
Calm down, bro.
I'm chilling. I'm just saying this is me.
Okay. All right, we're obviously missing one person, but yeah, hopefully we'll catch up with them sooner or later. So let's jump into today's topic. This season we are taking questions and demands from you guys. So I am going to read this little thing right here.
One of the questions.
Got it.
All right. So this one is from Wale. He's from Houston. Hi, Wale.
Hi,
Wale.
Hey, Wale.
So Wale said, "Dear African Millennials, would you keep a gun at home? If not, then how do you protect yourself?" Good question.
I mean, I think that's a really good question, but I just think that just because you have a gun at home does not necessarily means that you're safer. I mean, your
Right.
family's safer. There's a lot of gun owners who get their gun unlocked and loaded, which means what? When they have children around, there's a high risk of the
Right.
children to get killed and stuff. I think that people are definitely not measuring the severity of having a gun, because there's two things that you have to bear in mind. Is that the first is protecting yourself, from any type of intruder, and the second one is just protecting yourself from, your kids and the environment that you're living in from the gun.
It's never safe. I don't care if you hide it on top of your fridge or whatever. It's never safe.
Hi-
And
on top of your fridge though, but
I mean, some people put it in it. Well, I mean, if you have little kids at home, let's say, because they can't reach it, right?
I'm sure all of us as kids, we were like, I was nosy. I was in everything.
Right, kids do.
Everything.
They
There was
look,
nothing
it's
my mom
never
could
safe.
hide that I wouldn't find.
Right. This
So-
is your house. You live there. And then my thing is, like, how can you say you're protecting yourself at the expense of somebody else's life?
right.
Like, that's not really protecting yourself, because a gun kills. It's a mass, yeah, exactly. So it's just going to be something that's going to take away somebody else's life. So how do you, that's not protecting yourself.
Wale, let me say something. What I can tell you is that, Wale, make sure you have a gun on you all the time. Make sure you keep a gun at home. Let me tell you, we're talking about a gun at home. We're not talking about a gun on the
Exactly.
street. Your home is
It
your
start
home.
at home.
Why would you have
Then
a
it
gun
goes
at
to
home?
school.
The only reason why you would have a gun
Right.
at home is to protect your family. If someone comes to your house, and if an intruder comes to your house, he's coming for two reasons: either to get what he wants. If not, he damages. How else can you defend yourself without? If you
The
don't
thing
have a
is,
gun?
people don't just show up at your house. A lot of times, it's an inside job. Like, I don't see a random person coming to your house when they don't know, like, around. They wouldn't just show up at your house. I feel like intruders don't just show up in your house just because. I feel like it's always an inside job, because I feel like it would be uncomfortable and in a way guarded for me to just show up at your house where I don't know where I'm going, what room is what exactly, why am I there, what am I looking for? It has to be, it's normally somebody that knows you, that's been inside of your home, that tries to come back and rob you. It's never like a random person off the street. And also you can have like security, like what about the security systems you can
Exactly.
install in your house?
Taser
What-
gun.
And you can also protect yourself with baseball bats,
different
knives.
ways.
There's
Hi.
different
Let me
ways.
tell you, this is real life. This is not
This is
Indian
real
movie
life.
or Martian. Let me tell you, this is not a movie. When JARELLE said use a taser, I was just like, wow, I can't believe she said that, because we're not in the movies.
I would advise people to find alternate methods of self-defense. There, is alarm systems, stun guns, knives. You should also try to do a self-defense course.
If someone comes to your house, let's say because
So
if
you
you
think a
have a
random
gun,
person-
we're not talking about just human being. If you have a gun, you can protect yourself from animals. If a bear comes to your house, are you gonna hit him with a baseball
Where do
bat?
you live though? Why would an animal get in your house? When it comes to animals showing up at your home, it's like, first of all, the door has to be open. That's why we were saying about the security system, the alarm. Why would you sleep with your door open? I don't understand. And where do you live exactly that you would need a gun? You saying, because the question asks if you need the gun to protect your home. Why would an animal get at your house? What is it doing there? How did it get in? Why is your door open?
Strange things.
You gonna fight a gun with a baseball bat?
Right, but why would some random person just show up at your
You're
house?
gonna fight a gun. Like he said, they want to steal something. You probably have something they want, or they have beef with you.
Tasers.
So they
probably
have
got
beef with you. They're gonna show up at your house without ever being in your house.
Yes, they would do that.
Yeah, I don't
When
believe
you're in
that.
your house, they will come for you.
They're coming for you, but they can't just show up. Like
Yes,
you,
they will.
unless they
Show
know.
up.
They show
But
up
it
every
has to
day.
be an inside job. It's always an
It doesn't
inside job.
inside or not
inside
inside
job.
job. Are you gonna use a baseball bat? Really?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Besides self-defense, right? 2 out of 3 gun deaths happen either by homicide, suicide, or by accident. Statistically, it is believed that having a gun in the home increases the chances of gun violence. Having a gun in your home, while most gun deaths are homicides, suicides, or by accident. So the question of a gun being in your home, if it makes you any safer, is highly questionable. For every time a gun is used for self-defense, there are numerous other occasions when it is used for homicide or suicide or accidental killings. So having a gun in your home doesn't necessarily mean that it's
protected.
self-defense.
Yeah.
Because, things happen with this gun. It's in your home and it's dangerous.
And also if
it's
something-
a liability.
Yeah.
And there's other ways to protect yourself, guys.
If you have a gun in your house, so your main priority is to kill that person, right?
Not to kill that person.
So what are you gonna do with the
That's
gun?
what I'm
Because you
saying.
know
There
guns to kill.
That's what I'm saying. We should have guns at home, but there should be laws involving having a
But
gun at
it's a
home.
slippery slope, though, because
For real.
you
No,
have
what
it-
people have to understand is that there's 2 ways, okay? First of all, when you have a gun, you're protecting yourself from an intruder, right?
And your family.
Exactly.
Right.
And then secondly, you protecting yourself, you protect the gun from the people who lives around you.
True.
Because we have to understand that people, there's a lot of things that people really don't realize exactly. Because when you have a gun, especially there's a high risk of you
Using it.
using it to kill
Your kids using
your
it?
kids or
yourself.
or
yourself.
yourself.
I
yeah.
feel like
Because there's
There's a
happens,
story that
right?
happened in Hawaii. This lady had a gun in her house, and then she had 2 little boys, and they were playing with it. It was like some time ago, I can't remember, and then they were playing with the gun, not thinking that it could really shoot, and it was loaded.
But
Yeah.
do you know
And the
there's
kid,
like-
his brother, his little brother.
you know there's like
Accident happened.
every year, like
It could never
at
be
least
safe enough, though.
13 over 1,000 kids die every year
yeah.
from accidentally killing themselves from guns.
But did we get the time to check why these kids are doing this? It has nothing to do with the gun. If someone
There's
wants
evidence of the
No,
gun
it
because
has
you
nothing
have
to
it
do
in
with
your
the gun.
home.
What about
this
knives?
is your safe
What
pass.
about-
I should not.
But
like,
knives, you
somebody-
have knives.
That's what I'm saying.
hold on.
Listen,
About the
when you guys
knives.
are making it seem like having a
yourself, like
what-
it's
Yeah,
not,
you
it's not
can't-
like
you
a
can
gun
stab
shop,
yourself
but
with
it's
a
not like a
knife.
gun shop.
You
You
can
can't
stab
stab
your
50
mom
people
with
at
a
the
knife.
same time.
You know, there's
No
a sense
50
of
people
who
gonna stand
actually
and watch
stop
you stab them.
themselves. I think having a gun shouldn't be the last resort. There's so many alternatives that you should have. For instance, you can use have like a alarm. Protect. I actually, because I live in Cuba, you can have a machete.
Using a gun is the best way of protecting yourself because this is your home. Wale was talking about how does he protect himself in his home, and I heard someone saying, what do you call it, machete or a baseball bat. We're not in the movies, like I said. You can only see that in Chinese movies where like people jump from the 5th floor and then stab somebody. This is real life. If an intruder comes to your home, it's either there to harm you or get what he wants.
A person is not going to show up at a school with a knife and stab 50 people, and then
Yeah,
everybody's
it's
just going to
happened,
stand there and watch. So you think they're going to stand there and watch
agree.
somebody stab 50 people? A gun, it's easier to shoot 50 people. Because I feel like
Way
if
deadlier.
I see somebody coming with a knife, I'm not going to stand there and watch them like stab the person and then wait for them
Right,
to come
right.
for me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to run. But as opposed to a gun, while I'm running, the person can shoot me and I still die. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like a kid can bring their parents' gun to school, which they have done, and shoot a bunch of people. So the gun being at home is not really there just to protect home.
Because it could be
It
outside.
can be harmful for other people too.
I agree with you, and I think that this is a bigger question. It's a question about society, and do we really want guns in our society, not just in the home? there are so many different things to consider when it comes to gun control in this country and with everything that's going on. I just think that if we could eradicate guns from the whole equation, if you didn't have a gun, I wouldn't need to defend myself with a gun, right?
Yeah.
No, that's true.
That's true.
I mean, I just felt like, because I read on the news the other day where they were saying that there's 5 women get killed every day because of, they're saying there's a high risk of a woman to get murdered by a gun. You know with who? By their significant other.
Yep.
Right. And
That's
take
why you're
the
talking
gun.
about the percentage of homicides and stuff like that. Because when you get into altercations, there's a high risk of you
using it.
for the argument to escalate, and then
Because you know you
on
have
the
it at
last
home.
resort will be
It's like,
the gun.
It's like this
so
in
I
the back
think
of your head. If you have a gun in your house, and are you gonna tell the people that's coming into your house have a gun, or is something that you don't say? Because I feel like, okay, if I'm a person, like we are friends, and you invite me in my home, and you have this mass shooting, deadly weapon in your house that I do not know about, it's like, I feel like it's just, okay, because if you do tell someone, okay, I do have a gun, automatically it change the way they see you and the perceive of you. That changed automatically. But then again, if you don't tell the person that you have a gun, it's like I feel not vulnerable in your house because I feel like I cannot protect myself because you have this deadly weapon that you could use against me at any time. If I go to a friend's house and they have a gun in their house, I would not feel safe in their home. I would feel like, they could use that gun against me at any moment. Or if something happens, just to know that you have such a deadly weapon in your house, it makes me fearful. So I don't think I will just step in the house. That's why I need to know if you do have a gun or not. I think it's something some people should say.
You guys are generalizing the whole thing. Okay, so let me tell you one thing about most of these people that are shooting their parents who are going to schools. You guys are forgetting they have history of mental illness.
Not
It's
necessarily.
necessary.
You're not going to the bandwagon of society,
You
of
guys,
media.
so most of these people have a history of mental illness.
No.
Right.
So that makes
Hold on, let him finish.
that's
Okay,
what-
go ahead, finish.
So we don't have to just say that, oh, you having a gun at home to protect your family. This is your home. So if you're coming for me, I don't know what you have on. I'm not gonna take. By the time I take a taser, I'm dead. A taser, baseball bat wouldn't do anything
But
for me.
what we're saying is that when you have a gun in the home, it increases the chances of gun violence that is not self-defense.
And
But
that's
if
the
you
question
train-
I
if
asked
you
you
train-
earlier.
if you
If you have
train
the
your
gun, are you
kids-
going to shoot it? Are you going to kill the
wait,
person
hold
with
on.
it? Or you
That's
trying
why
to
you
hurt
should-
them?
I get what you're saying about increases gun violence, but you two was talking about, you said school shootings and mass shootings. That most of the kids who's doing that have AR-15s. If you have a gun at your house, most likely gonna be a Glock 9. It's just they're
can
just
still kill
semi-automatic.
people. It can
Literally,
still
it's
kill
just Glock
people.
9s.
All of them can kill people, right?
They kill people,
It
but
might not
an
be
AR-15 do
intruder.
way more damage.
But let me
It
tell
does
you
way more
something.
damage
It
for
might be
mass
your wife.
shootings.
It might be your wife. It might be your kids.
It
Who
started
knows?
to
Might
get
be
worse.
yourself.
The
America-
kids that's getting it, he's saying the person from who had the 2 kids, whoever got
Right.
it, she probably didn't lock it. She probably didn't even lock it carefully.
Some-
If you have a gun in the
That's
house,
the
have a
problem.
safe.
That's the problem.
They
That's
don't
what
lock
we're
it
talking about.
carefully.
But that's the problem, though. That's why you have high risks of people getting killed to themselves.
Yeah, they
That,
don't
that's
lock
why
it
they call
carefully.
self-inflicted.
So that's
Because
another
mass
reason to
shootings
not
are
have
they
it.
most likely
I
have
just-
That's why you have to
AR-15s.
train your kids
I
on
just
how to
feel
use
like-
a gun.
Train your
That's
kids in
just-
their
yeah.
home.
I
If they
just-
found
Yes,
it.
you have to.
So you're gonna tell me if today you found a gun in your house, you're not gonna let your parents know, or you're just gonna hide, pretend like nothing happened? You're not gonna be intrigued by it and trying to see what it could do. I mean, that's something that's very intriguing.
No,
if you
it's
see a
not
gun,
intriguing because I don't have mental illness.
Yeah, you don't know that. You don't know that. The right person will bring it out of you. I just have something to say based on my own experience. One of my cousins was dating a cop, and they got into an argument where I guess he felt like she was cheating. He came by the house. He told her, get in the car. She got in the car, and he pulled a gun on her. Yeah, so she literally, while the car was running, she literally opened the door and like dropped herself out because we don't know what he was gonna do to her. And then he proceeded to literally come in the house, and literally we were all like, had to jump him because it's like, why are you coming in here with a gun?
he's a law enforcement.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. And he has the right to have a gun. His license to have a gun. So imagine
Furthermore,
those people that don't.
last year in my neighborhood, this woman was shot and killed by her husband, who was a former cop. Again, because of jealousy. So I'm like, the gun is it's just an easy way to gain power. So the fact that he had a gun, he just felt like, yeah, so she's cheating, I'll just kill her. in front of their kids.
And increases
Yeah.
the chance of that happening.
My cousin's husband, before they moved to Texas, he has a gun, just a Glock 9. Every time I come to I forget he has it because he hardly uses it. When it was a time in the block, there was commotion going on the block. He just brought out the gun to get him out to protect his family. That was it. He didn't even shoot it. He just pointed at it, and they all left. And they're still living to this day. He forgot. He locks the gun. He locks it.
Yeah, some people have that tick, and I'm like, I
He
don't
don't
know.
point it. He just point. He flashes it because that's the first thing I do. You flash it. Like, all right, I'm not playing games. They leave. Flashing the gun is basically like you're showing it. Like, so I have this firearm in my hand. It's like you're giving. That's a warning. I'm warning you. Like, listen, I'm not here to play with. So either you go about your day, or we could get down right now.
Jesse want to flash a gun to somebody as if you're playing tag with people. Like, this is not a game, like we said earlier. You can't just flash somebody and pretend that they're not going to think this is a threat. And you're going to hopefully that this person is going to see me flashing my gun and they're going to back off. It doesn't happen like this. Like, this is not... It's not, just a cartoon or a video game. Like if you're showing somebody the gun and they also have a gun, best believe they will use it against you and they will shoot. So don't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna flash as if I'm showing my abs." That's not happening. They're not just gonna be like, "Oh my God, you have a gun. Let me go home and not do what I'm supposed to do." Like, come on, like wake up.
I'm not gonna just start shooting automatic. Right. They're not gonna just start shooting. They're just gonna point it
So
as a
you
warning.
might as well have a fake gun then if you're not gonna use it.
They will tell us
that's
anybody could tell a fake gun these days. I could tell a fake gun.
I think you can.
Some BB guns are
they will
like
flash
really
it.
realistic.
They will flash
Excuse me,
it.
there was a story that happened in Brooklyn. This guy, I don't know if you guys saw it in the news.
Yeah, I
he
saw
was using, it wasn't even a gun, something, he was shooting at
just
people.
metal.
It was metal.
It was
People
a pipe,
thought,
just pointing it.
facts, and people
And the
thought that it
cops-
was a gun.
And
And
they
the cops
killed
came
him.
and they shot him.
Yeah.
So they killed him. They killed the guy. They shot the guy multiple times. They said like 13 or 10 times.
And what about Sacramento? The guys is in his backyard taking selfies. Cops have shot him 20 times. They mistake anybody.
Wait,
That's
what are you
another
talking about?
thing.
That's the
That's
thing that just
another
happened? The thing that just happened like a few...
Sacramento, he got shot 20 times in his own backyard.
I think, especially as like, people of color carrying guns, I think you become a target as well because you're always assumed to be more
bad guy.
dangerous,
Yeah.
more aggressive. So having this gun on you might not be protecting you at all. It might be making you a
outside
target
of your home,
as
outside
well.
of your home. But my issue is, how do we protect our home? How do you protect your
There are
family?
ways.
System.
There are ways. There are ways.
Security system.
They could fail.
Can you explain me how a security system can
Okay,
help
so
you?
I've seen this commercial of the security system where if somebody break your door or if it's set up, if somebody break in your door, or, yeah, it automatically.
startles people.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
it's
startle
like-
them. They're
And do you know
probably
how
gonna
long
run
the
away.
police takes to come now? Listen, when you call the cop, when last did you call the cop? The cops, they're lazy now. They don't even show up. They show up like 30 minutes.
So you want to compare that to Africa though?
No,
Yeah,
here in America.
Okay,
I'm talking about
but
in
we have to
America.
rely on the justice system here because the problem is
After
that
you dead.
No, but what
that's
I'm
not true though.
But here's the thing, like, if the alarm goes off, why would somebody still proceed? Because they don't know, like,
Because
where
they
you're
know you don't-
hiding.
Because they know you don't have a gun.
They don't know. But how do they know that? Who tells them that? That's what I'm saying. Unless it's an inside job, I don't feel like a random person.
job tells
think-
them, oh, this nigga has a gun on him, there's nobody would
I
even
think
show
Milan,
up
you
at
have
my
a point. Like,
door.
you have to consider the setting, right? Because we live in New York City. I don't think anybody really because NYPDs, I think they're the top police officers paid in America because of all the stuff that's happening in New York.
Just because-
So I think in New York City, things like this would not be so high. Because if you call it, well, I mean, I don't know.
they don't show
They
My
show
thing
up.
is,
They show up.
my thing
When
is,
Obama was
you
president.
in Africa, or if you're living in some country or village, things like this are not really, risky. Like people, I know in Canada, people live with the door open. Not literally open, but they don't like the doors. They don't really feel this, this fear. Even in France, like gun violence is not as popular or as talked about here because people
Honestly-
don't really have, because of Second Amendment, first, that's one of the reasons for it.
But
people don't really own guns like that. But go ahead.
I was gonna say honestly, I like when you listen to the news and stuff, like like America is the #1
Yeah.
place where gun violence
That's
happens.
a Second Amendment.
People don't.
Before even
you
women
don't.
voting.
We don't. They
That's
don't have
crazy.
these type of issues in other countries.
They don't.
They don't have these type of issues. Like with the police and everything. Like it's. I know like some countries the police officers they don't even carry guns.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's leave America for 1 second because I live in Ghana and I always go to Ghana. So back home in Africa, if you have a gun at your house, nobody comes
come
around
bother you,
like
yeah.
thieves to come attack you. Cause what we do is, or what they do back home, I realized when I went there, is at night all the houses that have guns start to give warning shots. They give warning shots to scare away the intruders or criminals. And most of the houses that get attacked are houses that the criminals know they don't have a gun. And then when they come, they either come to get what they want or they kill you. I was in Africa last year, and then after midnight, all I could hear is pop, 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 like people shooting in the air. So I asked, I was like, what's going on? And I was told that's a way to alert to intruders that, oh, my house is armed, I have a gun. And it works because most of the houses that get robbed are houses that do not have guns. And most of the attempts end up really bad. Some families get killed and then raped. So even in America, I feel like you should have a gun, because if an intruder comes to your house, he's coming to kill you or...
What are the accessibility in Africa to get a gun? Because I know in New York, in America, to get a gun, you just need an ID and be 18. Like, you don't even need much to get a gun.
You
because
don't even need a license.
You don't even need a license. Like,
in America, though.
okay,
And
well,
you can
that,
buy
on
it from
second,
your
you don't.
friend,
I know in Nevada, because when I went to Las Vegas, I went gun shooting. Like, it's so easy, even to own a gun. I don't think you need to have a proper ID. So I don't know about Ghana or other countries in Africa, the ways to get it. But I think one of the reasons why it's so important here to have gun control and regulate our gun system is because it's so accessible to kids too. Like, can we talk about Columbine, the thing that happened in Florida, Pulse nightclub in Miami, like all this mass shooting that's happening. It doesn't have to be mass shooting, it could be just one person killing another person. That's it, just to realize that we need to really restrain our gun control. It's too easy and too
You
media.
want to bring up Columbine? Those kids was plotting. I watched the documentary like 5 times. They was plotting from the start. They know how to make pipe bombs. They looked up how to make pipe bombs. They didn't get the guns from home. Hell no, those parents are not carrying an AR-15. They bought it from somewhere else.
But that's
First of all,
what
you
I'm
could
saying.
blame,
Gun
you could
control,
blame them.
that's-
You could blame the parents because they really showed signs
society,
of
it's not just the
mass
parents.
shooting because they
society,
really.
because I want to
signs
make
of
a
mass
point.
shooting.
Yeah,
what she was saying,
they always show signs.
and what
you have
you
to
were
pay
saying.
attention.
You said people have access to guns in Africa. How many school shootings have you heard of in
Okay, in
Africa?
Africa, please tell me.
And
How-
actually, you need
you know what I
the
mean?
money in order to go,
It's
because if
society.
you want
Wait.
to... Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like I honestly feel like it's something wrong with the
Because
society.
it's too accessible
In America,
nowadays
right?
here compared to
I
Africa.
don't even think it's about accessibility, because people have guns, like he said. They have like AKs in their house waiting for any armed robber or something. I just feel like no African child is gonna pick
Go
up and say, "Oh, let me go and take gun to school."
Now, because
and-
if you say this, then he's gonna go back. Oh, because they're not mentally ill.
The parents are not really teaching
Right.
them enough, because growing up, my father always taught me if I want to defend myself, just these 2 hands. That's it.
honestly,
I don't need a weapon. If it's just me and somebody else, we're gonna shoot it up. We're gonna duke it out, and that's it. I don't have to go home. Yo, let me go grab my gun real quick and come back. I don't need all that.
I just feel
We
like-
teach these kids like that.
Personally, I found that like when crime happens in Africa, it happens out of necessity. It happens because people need something to survive. Whereas in America, when crime happens, it happens because
They hate somebody.
some kid didn't have anything to do on Friday. You know, it's like it's more like of these
more a
frivolous
hate crime type thing,
reasons
yeah.
for like and that just talks to society and like the reasons why people would need guns in the first place. And I think that's where the conversation needs to start. Like, why? What is it about society? What is it about people? What is the problem that's going on that guns are necessary to be had?
Because of
Right, to bear arms.
Okay, but you guys are forgetting what Wale is saying. He said home. He's talking about his home. He's talking about
Where's
his
home
family.
for him though?
Home is
Houston,
his
right?
home. No, not so his
He's
house.
from
not
Houston.
his-
He's from
He
Houston,
means
so
like-
he's from America.
So he means when he said what was his question when he said
How do you protect yourself?
How do you
How
put
do you
our
protect?
home? To me, I feel like
Keep a
what-
gun at home. If not, then how do you protect yourself?
so he's talking
Wale
about
Houston,
Wale.
America.
From Houston.
Wale is
That's what I
talking
said.
about Wale is
America.
talking about how to defend himself at home. He's not talking about what people do with guns. He's talking about his home, where he lives.
Okay, but
with
let's
his
say Wale
family,
got
his
somebody that
people.
bully him at home,
starts
right?
somewhere.
Wale, let's say he got
He's
somebody that bully
bullying
him
him
at
in
home.
the
And
neighborhood
he
or
have,
something.
in the neighborhood, and he has this gun that's supposed to just protect him from
Right.
all the four
Right,
corners of his
right.
house.
Right.
But somebody's bothering him outside of his house. But he knows he got this thing that could stop it. You think Waller's not gonna think about it?
That's why I feel like
Yes, he
that's,
will,
but
because
that's
he
what-
has it.
That's why I also feel like, okay, we can own guns at home, but at the same time, we should actually be evaluated. Like they should have like laws where they have whereby if you want to own a gun at home, they will evaluate you if you are.
They do
okay.
the
But they
arms
do that.
They do-
check
Oh,
the, yeah,
they do,
they
but
Yeah.
it doesn't stop people from killing
Yeah.
others.
Because I don't see
no,
I don't see how Wale will protect his home if an intruder comes in. If four
Yes.
people come in to attack him, I don't know how Wale will jump. I don't know if Wale learned karate.
Honestly, it doesn't. You don't always have to use force. You can you can defend yourself through like being passive. You don't have to like, okay, if someone's coming in my house, I'm gonna fight them too. You can cooperate with them and give them whatever they want. A lot of times they're not gonna kill you. It's only, like you said, it's in Africa. When they're ready, they'll just kill you no matter what. But it's like, I feel like a lot of times here, once you cooperate, you do what the person says. A lot of times they came to get what they want, whatever, if it's money or if it's jewelry, and then they go about their business. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. What I've heard growing up, like when, we've had officers come to our school and stuff. Oh, they tell us that it's better to cooperate with the person. And I like to watch a lot of like Law and Order and all those, police shows and stuff. So it just makes more sense to cooperate with someone as opposed to, trying to fight them off. And you might fight someone who just, let's say someone is coming, their sole purpose is to come and, steal from you or something. I don't feel like they're there to kill you unless maybe, you don't want to give them what they want. So I'm thinking give them what they want and you'll have a better chance of surviving as opposed to fighting them and then, they kill you and then they still get what they want.
I feel like what you mentioned, it seems more like something that would work best for a different country. Because like you said, like in Haiti, people have guns too to protect themselves because of intruders. Yes. But I feel like in America, unless you live somewhere really bad, I don't think a random person is just gonna show up like, let me just show up and try to steal your money. Like how do they know you have money? How do they, like why would they show up and try to rob you without knowing something? I feel like it has to be a setup or an inside job. Like,
Not all the time.
so you're just gonna show up at somebody and try to rob them?
Yes,
I don't believe that.
They pick
You
up
could
they
go
see
to
a
a
nice
nice
house.
house, nice
I'm running
neighborhood.
through it.
So you're just gonna show up and rob the person without
look
knowing,
at a
the
nice
news
house and go
without
right in.
knowing they have
Yeah,
guns?
people show up in people's
They'll
houses
just show
every
up, they'll look
day.
at y'all like, oh, it's nice. Let me see what they
But
got inside.
what if
That's it. That's what
But you don't know the person. Like,
okay,
go ahead.
Okay, I think we just have to, because people are listening as well, because I feel like we need to give like advices at the same time, but actually we have to be real. I just feel like owning a gun, people don't realize that. Owning a gun, that's so
loosely. It's like,
serious thing. It's a serious matter. People don't measure the severity of it.
Protecting
because-
your life and your family's
Okay,
life
okay,
is also a
just-
serious thing.
No,
you're
but
protecting your life to somebody else's life.
Owning
to
a
a
gun-
friend.
Milan, what if this gun that you bring into the house is the reason that someone in your home gets killed?
Then what?
What if you get killed with the gun
With
that
the gun that
you
you
brought
bought.
into the house? Then
They
what?
didn't even have a
Right.
That's what I said.
have
Before I have a gun,
evaluations.
I'll go for evaluations. I'm saying, by the way. I'm
Paper.
saying, by the way.
It does not
I'll make
change
sure
nothing.
I put it in a safer place. I'll make sure the guns are
Your house will
not
never be
loaded.
safe. Okay, go
It's
ahead.
my house, so I can keep it safe if I want to.
Even if you keep your gun in a
sometimes-
safer place, right, and then something happens, boom.
Yeah.
It happens in a few seconds, right? The time for you to think of where my gun is, because I hide it so well,
Go
and
get-
to look for the safe and the
but
key.
listen,
It happens.
To go
So
to your point,
it doesn't really protect you enough because let's say you hide it in the basement somewhere,
But-
and then you have
What
a
if the
lot,
person
and then
is
you have a bunch of
downstairs?
stuff.
How are you gonna go get that
And it's a
gun?
bunch of them, and you
Right.
still have a gun in your house. What happens?
And then
You do
they
nothing.
find the gun.
But
Then what?
it's way better than having a security.
Milan is confused. Let me tell you something. Because if Milan thinks that if he hides his gun, and then by the time the intruder, first of all, the intruder will not knock on your house like, "Cock, cock, cock, I'm here." They will not do that. They will just barge in your home. So you have only a few seconds for your next move and your next action. If your gun is hiding somewhere in the basement, by the time you even reach the basement, they're going to grab you by the neck and be like, it's you and me right now. Like, you don't have time to think about where you hide your gun. So to that is like, how much of protection are you getting from your gun if you can't even reach to it on time? you're not really getting much. So what's the point of having it? No,
It's way
no,
better.
it's not.
It
Because
alarms
having a
everybody
security
in the
at your house.
neighborhood.
the second they get into your
Done,
house,
I'm cooperating.
it not only
It's-
alarms the whole neighborhood,
Yeah.
it will get to the law enforcement, to the police station.
Right away.
And
In
then
an
for them
hour.
too, they realize, okay, these people have
So
security
you-
systems.
right.
So
I have
mentally that will scare them.
Right.
Now some people don't care and they will keep doing what they're doing. Some people will care and leave. So
Right.
that's at least a 10% or less 20% to protect yourself by the time you're looking for your gun.
Right.
But let's say you don't have that and you just have the gun and you're trying to look for your gun while they're already in the house.
Yeah.
My brother, you don't have enough time.
Because I don't think they would show up by themselves. What if they had like 6 people? One is
That's
in the
why you
back.
should have a gun.
Right,
That's
but what
why-
I'm
let me
saying is, what if where you are, you don't get to that gun? Then you have 6 people attacking you without the gun, even though you have the gun in the house, but you don't have
So how's that
access to it.
protecting you?
Yeah, you're not really protecting yourself.
It's way better than security cameras.
we-
doing
we-
that.
It's that security cameras,
you
security
got 6 people,
system
you
that
gonna
protect
protect
the
yourself
whole
from that?
house.
We have a security system in my house, and like once it goes off, like literally, even if the fire alarm goes off, it'll be like 3 minutes, and
And
the,
it's loud.
and the,
Yeah.
fi-
The alarm
and the
fire
fire
department
department
comes
is
really
there.
fast.
The police are
You
there.
get everything, the ambulance, the fire department,
Everybody.
They
the
show
police
up.
station,
They
all
really
of them
do.
they show up.
Yes.
Guys, I have to bring up this case that happened in South Africa with Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, yeah.
He said that he thought that there were intruders in the home, so he got his gun and he ended up killing his girlfriend. Now we don't know, like I don't know if it was a fight and then he killed his girlfriend, but the story was he thought it was intruders, and that's the kind of case that I'm talking about. There's a gun in the home. And yes, you can think that, you're defending yourself or whatever. And you can end up killing,
Somebody.
your loved ones,
I mean, I definitely think like, especially for Wale, if that's something he's considering to have a gun to protect himself. I never lived in Houston. I don't know the mortality over there and how it's happening.
I heard
but
Houston, everyone
you can
carries
get-
a gun.
no, it's
They
easy.
just
Super
have
easy
them
to get a
like
gun.
chilling.
I do
Walmart's
know
right there,
one thing
literally.
is that a gun is not just about you being physically able to carry a gun. It's also, like you said, the mental abilities
That's what we
behind
should
it.
focus on.
Because even if you do all the tests in the world to see if you're mentally ready and prepared to get a gun, the second you not a gun is heavy. Even if you get the smallest one, it's really heavy. So the psychology behind it is like, okay, I have this thing that even though this intruder is coming to my house, and let's say I want to shoot the toenail to not kill him, you never know what's gonna happen. You never know where this could take you. No, you know what I'm saying? Like you never know where it could take you because. Let's say you're scared and then you miss and then he killed you.
Right, I'm like, you gotta shoot to kill.
There's so many. Exactly. If you have that gun, your number one priority is to kill.
The person.
It's not to hurt somebody. It's to kill. I'm
no,
sorry.
it's not.
What?
It's to
This is
kill.
this way.
I said it earlier. It's
Because
not
let
the
me
number
tell
one
you something.
priority.
If somebody
Listen
comes
to
to your
them.
house, you're not going
It
to say,
should-
oh, I want
yeah.
to hit the
That's
shoulder.
when you scared them. They left. They never came back.
So
That's
if
not
they
my
have a
fault.
gun,
Unique situation.
What if they're not scared? They have a gun
what
too?
if you
What
miss
happens?
them? What if
Go.
you miss
They
them
never
and they have a
come
gun
back
and
with-
We're not
shoot you?
shooting to begin with. We're just flashing.
But
I'm
why
here.
have a gun to
You're not
shoot?
shooting to
If
begin
they
with.
have-
They come to your house. They're gonna automatically just start shooting you.
So
No.
yeah, what if they
That's
have a
not
gun
the
with
first
them? What
thing
if they
you
have a
do.
gun? What if they bring a
That's-
gun?
If I'm holding a gun, best believe I'm going to kill you. I'm not gonna try to touch your eyebrow or like the back of your ankle. Like I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm trying to really target you because you're my target. So therefore, if you are in my home uninvited with no permission and you are here to attack me, my first reaction, if I have access to my gun, is to kill you. So you better go home, hide, run, leave.
They're not gonna shoot you automatic. Just
But
right
if they
back.
see
Soon
you
as
have a
break in,
gun,
I'm gonna
if they
start
see
spraying
you
the
have a
house.
gun, if they see you have a
All of them
gun,
gonna start spraying the houses
if
like
they
that.
see you have a gun, they're gonna feel like they have to protect themselves. They will shoot you. Cause I'm pointing a gun at you, but you have a gun. You're not gonna try to shoot me. That doesn't make
You gonna tell me
sense.
somebody come to your house to get something in your house, and the only thing you're gonna do is flash your gun.
Right.
Really?
Why
You
would you
ain't think
just?
they're gonna have- you ain't think they're gonna bring us out the
No,
house.
you're not
For
gonna.
what? Well, might as well kill because
Yeah.
now you're
No,
playing
because-
with fire because now you got a gun for
Exactly.
real. So what
Exactly.
you trying to do?
Right.
And let's say he got a gun too. You
Yeah.
think he's also gonna flash you? You're just gonna play
Yeah,
flash? No, somebody really has to make that action.
Yeah.
Now it's about you being smart. Are you gonna make that action first? And if you're gonna make that action, are you,
better
gonna make
get
it
him.
exactly?
Why you gotta
Because if
kill?
you
Why
miss,
you gotta
he's not
kill?
gonna miss
Why you
you.
have to kill? I can't shoot him in his
Because
thighs.
he
I can't
gets
shoot him in his arm.
and
are
he
you
gets to attack you.
Yeah, he
Are you
is.
willingly or are you really going to shot his arm or something?
Yeah, but why
Because
I'm
he
shooting
came
to
to
kill,
attack
that's the
you.
thing.
But you can't control that.
He
You
came
can't.
for you. You're gonna end up killing him. Mentally, you're just gonna kill him.
There's no way.
Yeah.
He's not coming here to hurt you or just give you a bruise. He's not coming for
First of all,
that.
he's coming to rob me. That's one.
Rob
But
you
you're
or
not gonna
kill
come
you.
unprepared.
Yeah,
And then-
Unarmed.
that's most likely rob.
Okay, but
Unless
you're
you
not
know
gonna
for a
come
fact
unarmed.
somebody's after your life, you're not gonna be
Excuse me,
home.
sir, they're not gonna come
I
unarmed.
really
If they're gonna
wanna-
come robbed, they're gonna come prepared. So, like you said, they might have a gun or a knife. If they have a gun, I'm sure they're not gonna have the same mentality as you as flashing. They're probably gonna think, okay, I want to rob this person. They also have a gun.
They rob you.
Show me your
The
stuff.
first person to hit basically wins.
Boom, yeah.
So they're gonna take the shit and leave. They're not gonna just. They're not gonna flash you and then expect you not to hurt because in their mind it's not. Oh, he's not gonna hurt me. Why would they think that?
You saying shoot to kill. Why
Kill,
can't
yeah,
you
you
shoot in
shoot
the
to-
thigh?
Are you willing to kill someone to protect yourself and your home?
Myself in my
Yes.
home, I would, but if I
But
know,
there's no but.
There's no but.
if I first of all, I'm not afraid of dying. I don't want my family to die. That's the thing. I would rather give myself up for them.
Okay, so you're
I
gonna protect
would
yourself for
rather
your
do-
family, right?
That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
If I know for a fact that, first of all, if he's robbing me, if I know for a fact that he's coming from my life or my family's life, I have to take him out.
But
'cause
you
the
don't
only-
know
I don't
that.
care about myself. I care
You
about
don't know
them, the
that.
people behind
Yeah,
me.
but killing should be your last resort, though.
That's
It
why I
has to
said
be your
be-
first.
I'm not gonna
It should
kill.
be your
That's why I
first.
said I'm not gonna kill him. That's
And I
a
feel like that's
warning
what's
shot.
wrong with
You have to be
society.
smart.
I
That's
said
what's
it
wrong
earlier.
with
So
society.
I'm gonna do a warning shot. I'm not
Listen,
gonna
You have to
kill
be-
you.
yeah, you have to be smart, right?
Yeah.
And what's the smart way to protect yourself at home when
You
somebody?
strategize
I'm
how
not
you do
killing.
things.
I'm warning. Doing a warning shot.
Strategize if
You have
an
the-
intruder
warning
comes.
You think an intruder has the
But that's
whole
your life
day
that
for you
you
to
give him free.
strategize?
That's what you
It's
get.
like, here, this
So
my
your
kid.
first mentality is to shoot to kill.
If somebody has a gun in my house and I have a gun, yes, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Shoot
There's
to
no
kill.
way because I'm here to protect myself. 'Cause
Right.
first of all, if I'm gonna shoot you, I'm not gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna try to shoot where I know you're gonna be hurt.
Right.
If I cannot kill you, that's good, so the police can come and finish their business. But if I could, yes, I'm gonna try to
You
shoot
gotta
you
go.
because you're here to attack me. You came to bother me. So you're here in my home.
On my
Uninvited. So my thing is, I don't know what your intentions. I don't know if your intentions are to not kill me and just grab what you want to do and leave, or to hurt me, rape me. What I don't know what it is. So I cannot just go lightly about the situation. I have to go the worst way, which is okay. I need to make sure this person is out of my house, and the best way is to kill. I'm sorry. So this is why I should not have a gun.
So I have
period.
a question for you because you said that. So now that your stance is okay, if I have a gun, I'm gonna kill.
I will kill.
Would you still have a gun? Would
No, I would not have a gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a gun because I don't know what I could do with it. Even though if I'm mentally prepared for it, I don't know what I could really do if I'm in a situation where somebody comes with a gun in my face telling me I want to kill you too.
Francia,
Like,
it's
of all, if
because
you
you
find a
believe
gun, you
in
gotta be
humanity,
trained.
right?
Exactly.
We believe
gotta
in
be
humanity, and we want to do better as a society. And I think
Wait,
That's
you said
what
you
train every day,
every
and then they
day,
kill
and they
people.
still
No,
kill
no. You have that's yeah. You gotta
Oh,
be
I'm
trained. You
afraid.
can't just own a gun.
You can't just
You
own
own
a gun. You
and-
can train. So if you come to the guy, I can just shoot you and you're showing the gun, you're gonna drop. That's
They
it.
go
heard
through like
about
2
training
years
You
of
have to train.
Have you heard about all these Philandro Castro, all these people that died
They
for
go
no
through years of
reason,
training for
and
what?
by police, law enforcement that have been trained, that went to school for it.
and
That's
we
a
see
different.
them.
That's a different.
How is that
that's
different?
very different.
That's to
That's
protect
a
people,
different-
right?
They
That's-
may know they are trained, but they made
made
the
to
decision.
kill. Yeah, they made the decision to kill.
literally
But when
made
you
that
grab a gun, you're
decision.
making a decision too.
Exactly.
When you grab a gun,
Making
you're making a
decision to kill.
decision.
I'm just giving you a warning shot. It's a difference.
here's
I'm not shooting to kill.
But I have a question.
They
though.
made that decision, point to his chest and
Right.
shoot.
I have a question
I
for
want
you.
you guys to give it
Are you owning a gun?
Exactly. How
Are
you
you
give
owning a
warning
gun?
shot to
Are you
somebody
owning
trying
a
to kill you?
gun?
Right.
I'm sure.
You have a gun at home?
No.
But here, the
I live in a Caribbean house. Ain't no way I'm having
Here's
that
the
gun at
thing.
home.
Part of the reason why they kill these people is because they're protecting themselves. They feel guarded. They're grabbing their phone or their Skittles or whatever it is. They think they're pulling their gun. They shoot them. So that's how it is. Whoever point the gun first will kill you. So if I'm
Exactly.
gonna have a gun at my house, you pulling your gun, guess what? I'm killing you. Because if I don't kill you, you're gonna end up killing me. Because that's what it always. That's how it always go. That's how it always happens.
And you have to realize that when you're scared, there's a lot of things that you can do out of fear.
You're not
That's
thinking.
what
You
I'm
don't
saying.
think.
You're not thinking
Like,
right.
you
So I'm
just-
not gonna be like, I'm gonna shoot him in the shoulder to not hurt him. No.
And you know that
revenge,
when you're
yeah.
scared,
If you're scared, then
sometimes
you shouldn't even have a gun in period.
It's not
Literally.
about being scared. It's
Yo, 'cause
about. It's kind of like
that's
just.
your emotions getting the best of you.
No, the thing
You're
is.
human. Regardless if you're a robot, you're human. Even if you're trained mentally to kill, fear happens. It's a human emotion. It will happen.
yeah.
So even if you think all your life you've been prepared for this day, and somebody. First of all, you don't even know what kind of gun they have in front of you. Let's say they have like, I don't know, something that's way bigger than
AK-47 or
exactly, and then you have that little tiny, water gun in front of you. Like, what you gonna do?
The moment somebody pull out a gun, it's war. That's it. It's war. We're going at it. I'm killing you or you killing me. It's just that's just how it's gonna happen.
I think
That has to be. But
perpetuate
listen
the
to what y'all
cycle.
saying. That has to be the first thing, killing somebody, taking a
Because
life. That
that's
has to
what
be
you're
the
saying
first
when you
thing.
get to my
When you're in the
Listen
moment,
listen to
when
what
you're
you
in the
guys are
moment, you're
saying.
gonna
That
do
has
it.
to be the first thing. I gotta kill this person.
But
I gotta
you're
catch
in
a
the
body.
moment.
That's the
Yeah,
first thing that
when-
comes in your
when
that
you're in
comes to
the
your mind.
moment,
Wow.
like when you.
It's a gun.
'Cause
What are you
a lot
talking
of,
about?
A lot of times when you argue with somebody, sometimes you say things you don't mean, right? Because you're in the moment. So that's the same thing. If you heated, the person show up at your house with a gun, about to shot you, and then you have a gun. Guess what? You're gonna pull it and shoot them first. That's it. It's war. Somebody gotta
If you
win.
buy a gun
Individual,
today, your
not the
first.
gun.
If
What?
you're going to,
Blame the individual, not the gun.
But
Because
who
if
has
someone,
the gun though?
it doesn't matter.
Who
If
owns the
someone,
gun?
if someone wants
who's
to,
going to take
listen, let me
responsibility
tell
for the
you
gun? The
something. If
individual,
someone
of
wants
course
to-
not.
The
The
gun
gun cannot shoot itself. Somebody has to pull the trigger.
But if someone
Thank
wants to
you.
cause damage to you or kill you, he doesn't have to use a gun. He can use a knife. He can use a
That's
baseball
the
bat.
That's what
That's
I
what we
said.
But you guys are talking about
But
guns.
earlier you
You
just
take your
said
gun
gun versus
guns
a bat,
back.
literally.
That's
But what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying is you can protect yourself other ways without owning a gun. That's what I said before that. You can protect yourself with a baseball bat, with a knife, with
But
Taser.
guns-
oh,
guns should be
alarm
a gun.
security system, all of that to
If you're
protect your
having
home.
a gun, if you're having a gun, just
Security
know.
system doesn't work.
Gun should be the last.
Security
doesn't-
system does work.
Have you had a
Yeah,
security
it
system
does
in your
work.
house?
It does work.
I have a
There's no
security
point.
system.
I don't have one, but I don't
don't
even
even
intend to
have-
having one
it
because
works.
it doesn't work.
It works.
It works.
Alarm
work.
system works.
EDT,
2 years
I have it.
ago.
No, for real. No,
I
it
have it
really
in my
does.
house
It
too,
really
but-
does.
It works, so it doesn't work. So your mother's
work.
paying all this.
you need,
Exactly.
Yeah, you need to get something that actually works.
I don't trust that thing.
But yeah, have you ever got like an intruder in your house or something? Exactly. So how you know it doesn't work?
Exactly.
How you know it doesn't
Oh,
work?
because I unlocked the door one time. That shit just went off.
You unlock
Yeah,
the
but
door
don't-
because
I'm
it
just saying
works.
nobody
But
showed.
did
Nobody
the
showed
cop
up.
show up?
Nobody showed
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
Nobody showed up to the crib.
But some
I
of the
just said
said
turn
Nobody
that shit
shows
off.
up.
I turned that joint off.
Nobody
Nobody
shows
showed up to my
up.
house.
Even if
You
they'll
press
show
the
up, they'll
button
show
to
up.
turn it
They
on.
gotta show up to your house.
Yes.
If
Even
you
if
turn
they
it
still gotta show
off, why would they show
That
up?
was ringing in
it
my
went
ear
on
the
so
whole
late.
day. I like
Nobody
how
showed up
you
to
said
the
that. So
house.
if the security, as soon as the security system goes off, they don't show up.
vents are
Okay,
popping
good.
now.
So you know this.
I've been
If an
fucking
intruder is
from a
coming,
precinct, that's
And
a
they show up.
huge gap right there.
But
Somebody
here's the
breaks up a
thing.
huge gap. They can be in and
If the
out
alarm
between 20
goes
minutes.
off, you put in the password. That means somebody that
I
lives
can
in
put
the,
it.
doesn't
I-
matter. They still gotta show
People
up.
are very smart these days. The intruders come to your house and they can do the same thing he did with the security.
So they're gonna show up.
Alright, so
And
let's say-
then
let's say
put
it's
up
an
the
let's say it's
security.
an inside job. Somebody could easily say,
Make
"Yo,
sure-
here's the password
But
real
that's
quick."
what I'm saying. An inside job. That's a
They still
different
have to show
story.
up.
That's a
You
different
have to
story.
anticipate
Our
that.
point.
They have to
Yeah,
show
that's
up.
a different story. If it's an inside job, that means the person know there's something going on in your home. They know you have a gun, or they know how, like, where everything is. I don't feel like a random person is just gonna show up, know how to stop their alarm system. Like, what?
What?
They can just hack it.
System are not usually in front of your house.
Yeah.
Usually in the back
Or
of
they
your
can
house.
shoot
or
us,
somewhere
they
in
can
the
just
house.
hack
smart
it.
now. They go
Intruders
to
are very smart, but they don't know if you have a gun. They don't know. What if you're coming behind them with a baseball bat? They're still gonna be like, "Oh, let me see how this alarm works." Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna work that way.
Right.
I think
It's
Wale,
cameras too.
think
Like,
smart.
Smart.
Telling you.
Wale,
about
don't
this
listen to her.
Think about this
Wale,
carefully because we don't even have
your
an
family
actual
is very
answer,
important.
literally. You see an intruder coming into the house, you pull out your gun. I'm showing it. That's literally, I'm flashing my gun like, all right, I have this fire weapon. I'm not literally just taking out my shirt like most people are actually thinking in their mind. I'm just like, nah, it's gonna be in my hand. I'm trained, it's gonna be in my hand. You're gonna see it, and you're like, all right, he got a gun, like what's gonna happen? Either we both die, which literally we don't want to do. Somebody's gonna get killed either way, so he could just like, he can make that decision and just leave, literally like, all right, I'm done with this. He could just go. Because you gotta give him that second, you gotta give him that choice. Think about it, you gotta give him that choice to like, all right, honestly, this ain't worth it. Yeah, let me just go, because he's giving me a chance, so let me just go, because at the end of the day, I don't want to get shot. That's not the plan. I don't want to get killed. They don't plan to get shot. They don't plan to get killed. They just plan to get up there, rob, and they see a guy with a gun, like, it's over. They gonna think about they might leave. That's why I say killing somebody, when like my Casper said, I'm gonna shoot to kill first. You gotta really think about that, because if I kill somebody, that I have to live with that for the rest of my life. Like, I took somebody from this world. Plus, there's been cases with people who they had a criminal history, turn their lives around. So I just took that away from him.
Okay, I want to know, guys. Would you guys actually own a gun, or?
Personally, I would not have a gun in my home. I would not have my husband have a gun. I do not want a gun anywhere in my vicinity, because I just want to perpetuate better and healthier options in my life and in my society. So no, that's a no.
Yeah, I would say no. Personally, for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable dating somebody with a gun because I have a smart mouth, and if I say something to you, you wouldn't get this gun. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna stand here and let you shoot me. Like, no, I don't want it. I don't trust myself with it personally, and I don't want to be around anybody with it.
Me too. I want to have a gun. I think a gun is too risky. It's something that's very dangerous that you have in your home, and we never know what our emotions could, lead us to do with this gun, knowing that it's there. There's no amount of, safe box that you could have, no amount of password that could, protect you from it. So I wouldn't have a gun now.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a gun either because I feel like, I wouldn't want to be the reason why my child loses their life,
Or even
because
somebody else, even that's an intruder.
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely a no for me.
I would definitely own one.
How did we know?
I would advise you guys to go for mental evaluation when you're getting a gun, and also make sure you keep it safe so that your kids don't reach out, and also practice with your kids how to shoot. And try not to shoot to kill. Just
try not to shoot to kill, but practice with your kids how to shoot.
No, if you train your kids on how to shoot, eventually, if they're shooting, they're smart enough not to shoot, kill.
And
what
next
if
time they'll be shooting at you?
Right, exactly.
Why would they shoot at me? That's
when you're trying to discipline them, they're like, oh, he taught me how to kill. Let me
the
go
way
get
they're
back there.
thinking. That's not. Oh my God.
This is why I say the parenting, right?
Yeah.
These
This is why I say the
kids,
parenting, right?
no,
saying
I
the
don't
parenting.
believe that.
You don't trust your kids?
Somebody, whoever's teaching them,
Nope.
teaching them.
So that means that you were the problem then.
I don't want to
You
trust
don't
my
have a
kids.
problem.
I don't
You
want
don't-
to trust my kids with
you don't
any
trust
gun.
yourself. That's what you-
Teenagers, especially teenagers. Literally, I was on the train. You should have seen this boy, this dad and the daughter arguing. Like literally, they were like going at it, and I'm like,
That's an American.
Who's
But-
Teenagers, like,
who's the parent?
today's teenagers, they're so quick to prove how tough they are. So
Yeah.
they instead of like trying to fight, they would just run, get their gun, like, yeah, I'll show you how tough I am now. Like, so what's up now?
Yeah.
That's really what's in their minds. They're quick to see
I
how
can't.
show how tough they are. So
Yeah,
they quick to
I
go
can't
get
have
a
my
gun.
kids with no gun in their
Did
hand.
you keep a gun?
In my house, yeah, you sure ain't know my answer. I'm preaching about it, yes, but
You say yes.
I'll say yes, but that's like literally the last resort. One, I'm keeping it like far away from my kids. Literally,
So
it's a
how are you
lot.
going to get to it
Lot.
when you need it?
Only I know. First of all, I'm gonna have a security system. I'll see in my phone like somebody
Also, you
intruding.
believe in security system?
Oh,
Right.
I thought
Okay, I thought
Obviously,
you did it.
because to say
I
the
thought
gun
I
is the
missed that
last.
part.
The gun
Okay.
is the last resort. That's not the first thing I'm gonna go grab. Is my gun.
Okay.
That's literally the last resort. If I see in the camera, like if he has, I could see in the camera. There's gonna be cameras all over. What he has in his
Good.
hands, like what's going on, how
Money
many people with
things.
him. If you see like if it's like one against
I mean,
five.
for me, I think.
Obviously.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think for me is a very serious matter. I just think that we shouldn't take it. We should take that seriously, because lives are involved, and I just felt like personally, I wouldn't hold a gun because I'm African and I'm scared of guns.
That's an oxymoron.
But I mean, seriously, I think that especially when, I'm probably going to become a father, and I felt like having a gun at home wouldn't be safe for my children, because I would be even more thinking about the safety of my children than probably getting
intruder.
robbed by an intruder. So I
Right.
think you definitely have to rethink twice before owning a gun or not owning a gun. I think, it's up to you guys to see what you guys are more comfortable with, because I feel like we live in America, and then, with that Second Amendment, and I think that when you reach the age of 21, I think you have the right to bear a gun. So
This is
I
a good
think
man.
that's
But
man.
Hamilton was 18.
No, but also
yeah,
like,
I mean,
if there's an intruder, I have a thing to say. Like, if there's an intruder at your house, the first thing you would do is try to protect your kids, right? Like, try to get them out of that situation. Why would you let me go
Try to
find
get the
my
gun.
gun and try to
Right.
kill this person? When you have kids there, what if you
Intensify
ended
the
up getting killed and
situation.
then you left your kids unprotected? Then what?
yeah.
So for me personally, I feel like the best thing to do right now is to have a good security system, because at least it will alarm everybody if an intruder show up at your house. And I also feel like a lot of times when it comes to robberies, it's always an inside job. I don't think an intruder is just gonna show up and try to take something from you without knowing where to go, because they don't know also whether you have something to kill them or attack them. So I think security system is the best option, especially if you have kids.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.